Good morning, my dear students. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. This is Entrepreneurship 1. As always, remember it's very important you keep this information. So you decide how to do it. You can download this video on your computer, or you can print the PPT presentation, or save the link and watch it later. Anyway, you have the opportunity to check it later. As you probably already realized it, I tried to make a review or to summarize the classes we're having after a few days, after a few weeks. So I'm going to start with this summary. This is summary number 1. And we're going to start remembering what an organization is. So do you remember what are organizations? I know you do, because the concept is really easy, it's really simple. Just in case you forgot, this is a short review, few seconds of this video to remember what it is. And also here you're going to find out or to remember the 3 characteristics or the 3 main characteristics of an organization. It's very important you pay special attention. Here we go.
Organization is derived from the Greek word organon, which means organ. Organization can be said as a group of people who work together in an organized way for shared purpose or purposes. Common characteristics of organization includes goals, structure, and persons. There are 2 types of persons in organization. 1. Operatives. Operatives are persons in the organization who work directly on a job or task and have no responsibility for overseeing the work of others. Second, managers. Persons in an organization who direct the activities of others and responsible for the work of others can be said as managers. Thank you.
Okay, you probably remember this video from last class. So what is an organization? Here it is. We don't need to read to know or to remember. Basically, organization is a group of people working together, but with different and specific functions to reach goals. So it's everybody working, like the ants maybe, to reach a goal, to do something together. So you know where you're going. And according to your function, according to your specific function, you know what you have to do to help the organization, to help everybody to get that common goal. Okay? Okay, that's easy. So just like in your house, you are a group of people, right? The people you live in together, the people that live together in your house, you are an organization, a small one, a micro-organization. Probably your main goal is not making money, because you are not a commercial organization, you are a social organization. But your main goal probably is having a plenty life, being healthy, being happy, have food, have education, like live like a family, right? So that's your main goal or main goals. And everybody has specific functions. So probably your mom is responsible of something, probably you are responsible of something different. If you have siblings, brothers or sisters, they have other responsibilities too. Maybe your grandparents, maybe your dad, if you live with an aunt or with an uncle. So everybody's working in the house, doing something different, but extremely specific and extremely important, so everybody can have a very plenty good life, right? What about a school? So in the school, you have a group of people. You have your teachers, you have the supervisor, you have the principal, the vice principal, the receptionist, and everybody working there together to get a goal. What is that goal? To provide the best education ever for you. So you can understand now a lot better comparing the small or micro organization in your house and a medium organization like at school. Okay, so remembering this, let's check on the main characteristics, which are really simple. Very important, all organizations, no matter the size, no matter how many people are working there, the characteristics are the same. All organizations have goals. They know where they are going. Different goals, of course, they depend what they do, what they produce, what they want. Like if we compare your family or your house with school, obviously the goal you have with your family is different than the goal we have as a school. Anyway, it's not important they are different goals, they are goals. Second characteristic, structure. So you probably have an organigram or you probably have a group of people working in different departments. Even they have different functions, they belong to the same structure. They follow orders or they have ideas or they lead the company, they lead a group of people, but they work under a structure. So that's why you call it organization, because it's an organized structure. And obviously the third one in yellow, it's like the most obvious reason. You have people working on different functions because you can't have everybody doing the same. It doesn't make any sense. So who's going to do this and who's going to do that? So everybody knows what to do. It's a different function, but it's extremely important. Okay, so these are the three characteristics, main characteristics of organizations. Now, how do we classify organizations? This is my favorite part because it's kind of so organized and visual that you can understand much better. We already studied the classification by economic sector and size. In a couple of weeks, we're going to study the types of organization according to ownership. But today, we're going to check the classification of organizations according to the economic sector. You ready? Well, so we're going to watch a video. This is a different video, so don't pause the video, don't skip this part. I know you do that sometimes, so don't. Let's watch it, enjoy it, because this one is like more complete than the other one we saw a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure that you will understand it better because of two reasons. One, you already studied this in Spanish a couple of years maybe ago, and also because I told you before. So this is going to be a piece of cake for you. So let's watch this video, enjoy it, and learn. Let's see, this is the video I want to share with you. Here it is.
The three economic sectors. Facts for kids. The primary sector. We obtain raw material or natural products. The secondary sector. We transform raw material or natural resources into manufactured products. The tertiary sector. Businesses sell the products and services. Activities in the primary sector. Crop farming. Crop farmers cultivate grains, fruits, and vegetables in their fields. Livestock farming. Livestock farmers raise cattle and other animals to obtain products like meat, milk, or wool. Fishing. Fishermen and women catch fish in rivers, seas, and oceans. Mining. Miners extract minerals like diamonds and iron from mines and petrol from deposits under the ground. Silviculture. Silviculturists cultivate forests to obtain products like wood, paper, resin, and cork. Activities in the secondary sector. Automobile production. Textile industry. Chemical and engineer industries. Aerospace manufacturing. Breweries and bottles. Shipbuilding. Construction. Activities in the tertiary sector. Healthcare. Education. Trade. Communications. Tourism. Transport. Security.
Okay, so this video was more complete than the one we saw before. I like this one better, so I hope you remember this information, or at least you watch it again. Continuing with the explanation or with the review or the summary we're working on now, we're going to close in this summary remembering what we just saw in the video or what we already studied before. And these are the three sectors. Actually, we can study or we can separate a sector into 4 or 5, but we're going to study these 3 main sectors. These are the most common ones, and it's very important we understand each of them. So we have primary sector, as you saw in the video, is like everything that comes from Earth, from nature, I like to call them raw materials because that's like the technical word to talk about them, raw material. So it's basic production, as we can read here. And some of the examples are agriculture, forestry, mining, fishery, etc. So everything about the process of collecting or growing raw material, everything coming directly from the nature without any transformation. Then we have secondary sector. This one exists because of the raw materials transformation. It means after you collect the raw material, you go to the second stage where you transform that raw material into finished goods. For example, you take wood and you change or you convert or you transform that wood into furniture or maybe paper or any other products coming from wood. The same with, for example, fishing. You collect tuna and then you take it to the secondary sector and you transform that tuna fish into canned food. So you go to the supermarket and you find this canned tuna fish, which is the industry of fishing or fishing industry. So in that case, you are producing goods or transforming raw material into finished goods. It's also called production of goods sector. Okay, and finally, which is kind of different than the others, because in this sector we are talking about products we cannot touch. It's very important we know that there are two types of products. The products you can touch, like with your hand, like your cell phone, like your computer, like your shoes, like your food, your hamburger, etc. And products, in that case, when you can touch the product, we call them goods. That's the technical word for touchable products, goods. And for products that we cannot touch, but they exist, for example, teaching service or the service of a lawyer, education or transportation, etc. In that case, as I already said, we call them services. So you can't touch a service, even if it exists. It's an untouchable product, and it belongs to the tertiary sector, services. And here we have some examples. For example, trading. When you sell a product, that transaction that you have with your client or with your provider, it's something you can't touch. You can touch the product if it's a touchable product, yes, but you can't touch the service of buying and selling. The service provided by banks. If you put your money in the bank, you are working together with the bank, you receive a service, but you can't touch it. Same with transport, same with education, culture, health. When you go to the doctor, the service, the knowledge of the doctor is something you can't touch. It's a service. It belongs to the tertiary sector. So we have primary sector, basic production of raw materials. Secondary sector, production of goods or transformation of goods, or industry sector. And tertiary sector is services. That's the summary for today. That's summary number 1. Thank you very much for your attention. Please stay home, stay safe. This is a very important week for everybody because things are changing. It's very important you take care of yourself so you can take care of your family too. Okay, so wash your hands, keep safe, stay home. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful week. See you next time. Bye-bye.